Okay, I am way overdue for an update. Sorry about that. I just checked, July 13th is the last update I did, so that's nearly 2 months, and that makes me pretty negligent. So here's what's going on in my world. So number one, I've been really lazy and haven't done a ton of fish stuff. Yeah, that's how it is, right? Summer. I've got a few other things to show for my time, but I won't go through all of those. So I've got the QT going again. I picked up, I don't know if you can see him there, this little guy yesterday. Yeah, I really can't show you. He's a little blenny. The goal is to put him into the frag tank to eat some of the algae that's growing on the stuff in the frag tank. Now, you might say, why is all this stuff in the QT tank? Well, most of it's, I'm assuming, is pretty much dead. And so I moved it over just to give him something to eat, because there's plenty of algae on some of these things. Actually, that zoa looks like it might survive. No idea about the trumpet and back, doubtful. Actually, there's a couple of heads here, so maybe those will survive if I pull off, clean off some stuff. These plating Monties, they totally died. I don't know, whatever. So I've got it looks like a hammer there that should come back. There's an A-can that maybe there's something in there. Anyway, so what I did is I culled out of the frag tank stuff which I thought, whatever. There's a mushroom here in front. And I put it in back in the QT here with the Chinese black box light that I picked up back in June, I guess, with the intent of putting that on top of my refugium, which I haven't done, clearly, because it's over here. So the thought is, while I'm QTing him, I might be able to figure out if this light will do better things for my corals, prove to myself that indeed I absolutely have to get some better light. Which I think we all know about already. So here's what's left in the frag tank going on. So big rock full of zoas. They don't look very happy to me. Again, light maybe. I've got a couple of mushrooms in back. I'm going to move them upstairs and see if I can get them to stay upstairs. I've got this giant head of hammer coral that I'm going to move upstairs. I may clean up underneath it a little bit, but that's just kind of there. I should have moved it. The frog spawn in back has got some death that has happened, and I need to cut off the dead pieces. Same thing with this one in front. This gorgonian is going to go upstairs. That should be good. Look at the extensions on that. So that looks like it's pretty happy. Here's another chunk of trumpet, which has got bubble algae on it, and I'm just going to trim off all of those dead pieces and do some cleanup there and see what's going on. Anyway, so I did a little bit of cleanup in here yesterday. I've got a couple other pieces in back, and I've moved up all of these A-cans, which I need to put onto bigger pieces of or bigger plugs, I guess, plus or minus, and work from there. But so, and then there's another plating Monty big plate that looks pretty dead back there. So anyway, I've kind of killed off things, and then of course the stylo here, which again I need to clean it off, and then maybe I can take it upstairs, but I'm afraid I'm going to kill that too. So I did change a few things around. I've got 2 wave pumps in here now, and they're hooked together with this little high door wave unit that kind of takes a regular pump and makes it go back and forth and become a wave. So we'll see. Anyway, I think I have enough light in here, but obviously I've killed a bunch of coral over the summer. That's probably due to water parameters more than anything else, but again, I've been lazy. I haven't tested in a couple of weeks. I need to do that tonight as well. So I picked up some additional macro algae about a week ago. I got this bottle brush kind of thing. It seems to be doing okay. Yeah, another try at Cato. a couple of red grossularias, and then some of the rest of the stuff was here from before. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Oh, I did as well. I put in here a sea cucumber. No idea. Haven't seen it. Put it in, crawled into the gravel. Haven't seen it in weeks. So, you know, was that a good purchase? I have no idea because I haven't seen it in weeks. But yeah, maybe it's in there just cleaning my sand for me. That's what I'm going with. That's about it. Everything over here is exactly the same. Yeah, all the way down to, my dose. I need to fill those up tonight and redo those. Did a saltwater change the other day when I loaded up the QT. But that's it. So I'll show you the display upstairs, and we'll call this an episode for an update. Okay, up to the display tank. Not a lot's changed here in terms of what's going on. If you follow me, you know I lost a fish, I don't know, around the 4th of July maybe, plus or minus. But that's, nothing else has really happened up here. So let's kind of get in closer and talk about some of the coral things. I have lost coral up here for sure, and I see stuff that's kind of dying off. So this little guy down here, definitely not growing, not doing much. The big plating Monty here has really sort of gotten white. I wouldn't call it totally bleached out, but there is definitely a lot of hermit crabs that are up there kind of wandering around. I don't know if that is a symptom that they're chewing on something or whatever, but it's still growing apparently because it continues to get bigger. The nem here is doing well. It's definitely growing. The plating Monty in back of that is definitely growing. So it's doing okay. That one up there, I think that one's pretty dead. Frog spawn hammer section, nothing's really grown any larger, but it hasn't gotten smaller. It doesn't, whatever, right? This guy down here, I think those are vimetid snails that I will probably have to pick this guy off, take him down, and deal with those downstairs. Bubble coral is killing it, even though it continually gets buried and unburied by Goby in the sand redistribution project that is ongoing always. GSP, doing great, no issues. The Fabia up here seems to be doing fine as well. Hasn't really grown, hasn't done much. Provides nice little color. Duncan behind it doing well. Torch doing well. Finger leather appears to be kind of growing back. I don't know, I guess I scrape it off again. If that happens, maybe the torch will keep it at bay. The other two Monties up here, they appear dead. Neither of these Duncans down here have thrived in any way. They appear to be just kind of okay. Maybe they're not getting enough light, I don't know. Got a mushroom that appears to be splitting. There's one in there that gets shaded by the big ones, and it's really kind of bleached out in white. If it dies, it dies. So there's not much I can do. This leather up here is actually typically looks much better than it does right now. So, whatever. It goes back and forth. The sunset Monty, I'm calling that dead. That's pretty much gone. And this piece that I finally got up here, this was sort of an orangey color downstairs in the frag tank. Looks pretty dead. Hammers, they're just kind of doing all right. Nothing's really grown. And then I got a little clump of Zoas from buddy at work, Chris, with all the rest of the corals. Not doing well. It's just kind of down here. It's definitely in the corner, not getting a lot of light. So, lot of not so great, but guess that's how it goes. Fish are doing well. You know, the purple tang is getting large right there with the yellow. Everybody else seems to be doing pretty well. We'll see what happens from here. I did a water test after filming downstairs. The only thing that's sort of out of range is nitrates are high, and that's not a surprise because I'm growing algae in the frag tank. So that would indicate that I've got some nitrates that are up there. So I'll work to see if I can, you know, adjust that with a little bit of carbon dosing, sugar dosing. But that's about it for an update. Sorry, folks, it has been 2 months. I will do my best to update more frequently. Kids are back in college, and I have a little more time on my hands as long as I'm not outside, you know, cutting up trees and stuff that have fallen by this time next week. So hopefully that's not the case, but right now we are pretty much in the bullseye of where it's headed onshore. We're, you know, several hours inland, but we may still get a lot of damage and wind from that. So that's it. Maybe I'll do an update of power failures when that occurs, because I'm pretty sure that will happen. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to see more in this series.